This video is like a public journal entry of my first solo trip that I took to Goa. These are some of the learnings and reflections and things I experienced from there. So, first is hostel culture. This is my first time staying in a hostel. It was the Happy Panda hostel in Goa, and there were constantly new guests checking in, checking out. To express the diversity, I was in a six-bed female dorm, and within my 5 days stay, there was a lady from Jaipur, there were two sisters from Shimla, there was a girl from UK, from Germany, from Austria, from Korea, and in the common area, I played table tennis with a couple from Europe. I became really good friends with a gentleman from Kashmir. I had an instant connect with a girl from Calcutta. The credit also goes to Saurabh and Karthik, who are the owners of this hostel. They have made sure to be there in person, at least one of them, and they mingle with the guests, they give unique recommendations, and they've created like a homely vibe in the hostel, which leads to a lot of interactions between the Indian and international guests and everyone in general. The second would be the freedom to be and do whatever it is that you want to do, and also that you create your own momentum. For example, I think each one of us works at different paces and we have different choices, and we may want to be touristy or we may not want to be touristy. And solo travel gives you the option to be yourself and explore the options that you want to explore. When you're staying in a hostel, there is a good chance that you can get people who are having the same choices, and if that energy matches, you can go with them. Otherwise, you can go alone. For example, like in Goa, a lot of people rent scooters, but I wanted to cycle, so I just went out and rented a cycle. And when I came back, someone else wanted to rent a cycle too, so I took them, and he also rented a cycle for like 5 days. So if your interest matches, you can like vibe with the people. And for example, like some people were doing a lot of beaches and a lot of shacks, which I didn't want to do, so I did not go with them. So it's like I have the freedom to be and do whatever it is that I want, and I can do it at my own pace. And that's just a really good experience. The third is unexpected bonds and adventures. The thing is, like when you are in a group, let's face it, you are in your own bubble. There is like little incentive to go through the discomfort of speaking to someone new and getting to know them. But when you are solo, you're sitting alone in a restaurant, you're alone at a party. There is much more chance that you will strike conversations with new people and form unexpected bonds and go on these like spontaneous adventures. And the magic is in that unknown. The fourth is knowing that you will be okay. So on my second day, I went to a shack alone and I ate something. And I came back at night and I just vomited my gut out. And happened to be alone in my room. Everyone had gone out for dinner. And it was a horrible, lonely experience. All I wanted was my parents to be there and be taken care of. But when the people came back and I just mentioned that I had this vomiting. One of the sisters, who was very kind, she took out her scooty and took me to the market to get medicines. And even like Saurabh helped me with medicines, and I took my medicines the next day, and I was okay. Even though I had vomited like multiple times. So this realization that like whatever it is that happens to you physically, you will be taken care of. You can take care of yourself first of all, and second, you can reach out and ask for help, and you will be helped. Yeah, help is always available. So that sense of power that comes from knowing that you can take care of yourself is very reassuring. Fourth is trusting your gut instinct. So should I pay this much for this or not? Should I go here or should I not? Should I stay or should I leave? Should I spend time with this person or should I now not? Without the influence of other people's opinions and decisions, like other people's opinions on your decisions and other people's thought process, one has a heightened sense of awareness of one's own gut instinct, and learning to trust that about your own safety and your own happiness is key. Like you learn to trust your own gut instinct with people and situations, and I think it's an experience that you can only have when you travel solo. The next is shattering of belief system, and I live for this. So I went to the beach shack with a person at 2 a.m. and there was apparently the owner guy was sitting with his younger girlfriend, and then there were like prostitutes hanging around, like prostitutes from Nigeria. And in these are worlds that I have only heard of in hushed undertones. Like in my head, these are like dangerous places that should be avoided at all costs. But there was a waiter there who was taking so much care of us. He asked us to call him Anna, and then like when we expressed that we want to go out to the beach, he offered us towels, and then he asked us to like come back because it was getting misty and we would fall ill. So much for feeling taken care of at a place that I thought is very dangerous and should be avoided at all costs. It was a classic case of a shattered belief system. My last point would be abundance. I think, as I mentioned in my hostel point, I met so many different people living such different lives, and it opens you up to the idea that there are infinite ways of living, and there are infinite people living their lives in infinite different ways, which is very different from the life that you are living in your own bubble. And also, you it is in these new out of zone places that you have these magical unknown and deeper experiences, and for that alone I hope I never cease to be a traveler, solo or otherwise. So yeah, that's it for this video, and yeah, okay.